No, I mean,
To advance, change.
the same man, let's say the Texan milliardaire, who has invested a lot of money
Students.
into petrol and
Yes.
or
Yes.
electronical, is moving
Politics.
because the technology is moving, but the same man, from a cultural point of view,
Movies.
is not moving.
No.
D'une part, la classe ouvrière française ne fera pas son unité politique et ne montera pas sur les barricades pour obtenir 12% d'augmentation des salaires.
This is a typical Penny Baker film production of a typical Godard visit. The visit and the film were both planned this morning, and I'll turn this over to Mr. Devereux, who I think you all know. And anybody wants to stay and spend the weekend, you're welcome. You can stick around.
I would like to introduce to Mr. Godard this group. These are graduate students of New York University and the Institute for Film and Television. This is a great pleasure for us. We were pursuing you in a somewhat frustrated manner across the United States and failed to catch up, but God has arranged it so with us.
Mon Dieu, pourquoi m'avez-vous abandonné?
Parce que je n'existe pas.
I think one of the very fascinating things, to my mind, is this film as a study of young French people from generally bourgeois families.
Well, I wouldn't say so. I mean, the main critic in France was because I think it's only because of the apartment. Every say, well, it's only young bourgeois people, and to me it's rather clear. I mean, there is only one girl who is really a bourgeois, and she said, I'm a banker's daughter.
Yes.
But the other one is an actor. He's not saying he's a bourgeois or a peasant or a mill. You just say as an actor. To me, an actor is not.
Did they hold these general political views before you began to work with them, or did you attempt to educate them politically, or were they simply very good actors who are capable of showing this political conviction with believability?
I think they were a very good actors. I think they were not involved in the political things before. I think maybe a little bit 2 or 3 months after the picture was over. But during the picture, no, we have. I knew them, for a few of them, but they were involved in their life. I mean, Jean-Pierre Léaud was an actor. He was not interested by Maoism or Leninism, but he was interested by acting.
Oui, je suis acteur.
And for example, Anne Gazemski was not interested she was not engaged into political students things, but she was studying philosophy. And the painter was a real painter, and the girl was really coming from province you say?
Provinces.
From the province to Paris. So you see, they were engaged at least in what they in themselves.
Je vais vous montrer quelque chose, ça vous donnera une idée de ce que c'est que le théâtre. Les jeunes étudiants chinois avaient manifesté devant la tombe de Staline à Moscou. Et naturellement, les policiers russes leur avaient foutu sur la gueule et les avaient matraqués. Et le lendemain, en signe de protestation, les étudiants chinois s'étaient réunis à l'ambassade de Chine et avaient convoqué tous les journalistes de la presse occidentale. Des gens comme Life ou François ou comme ça. Et il y a un jeune chinois qui est arrivé, avec le visage entièrement recouvert de bandages et de pansements. Et il s'est mis à gueuler. Regardez ce qu'ils m'ont fait! Regardez ce que j'ai! Regardez ce que j'ai! Regardez ce qu'ils m'ont fait, ces salauds de révisionnistes! Alors tous ces moustiques de la presse occidentale se sont précipités autour de lui et ont commencé à le mitrailler avec leurs flashs pendant qu'il était en train d'enlever ses bandages. Et il s'attendait à voir son visage complètement lacéré ou couvert de sang ou plein de choses comme ça. Et lui, il enlevait ses bandages comme ça, tout doucement, pendant que les autres le photographiaient. Et ils enlevaient, et à ce moment-là, ils se sont aperçus qu'il avait rien du tout sur le visage. Alors naturellement, les journalistes se sont mis à gueuler. Mais qu'est-ce que c'est que ces Chinois? Sont tous des fumistes, sont tous des comiques, qu'est-ce que ça veut dire? Et pas du tout, ils avaient rien compris du tout. Non, ils n'avaient pas compris que c'était du théâtre, du vrai théâtre. Une réflexion sur la réalité, je veux dire quelque chose comme Brecht ou bien Shakespeare, quoi.
Are you more concerned to make a mirror, a reflection of the things that are happening, or are you more concerned to say this should be done, this should happen? Can you say possibly which objective is your objective? To reflect the life that is there, or to...
No, I think it's a movement between both. It's not. Ça n'est pas immobile.
It's not static. It's not immobile.
It's not static. It's a It's a movement, because even a simple Polaroid photography is not static, because what is in it is the movement from you to the photography, and then back from the photography to you. And the movie is not. It's neither you, neither the photography. It's the movement.
Yes, interaction.
And
interplay.
I don't know. It's only that. It's dialogue. That's why you can have everything in a movie. Real life painting, interview, music, speech, monologue,
Material.
dialogue. Just because it's, I don't know if it's a mirror or if it's a reality. I think it's going between both.
Yes.
It's a reflection.
Yes. When you
Both
say
reality and reflection.
yes.
I must say I just like to shoot almost to anybody I can. I think just when I'm in the street or waiting, I just like to look at people and to stare at them for hours, and to me the best picture is just a close-up of somebody. If he's saying something, all right. If he's saying nothing, all right too. But it's always interesting, more or less. There is if it's not always interesting, there is at least two or three seconds in an hour which are interesting, and that's already something. That's why I like Andy Warhol.
I was going to ask you. I like Andy Warhol. But Andy Warhol he has a repertoire too of actors. He uses certain people a lot.
He goes deeper to that direction than I do.
Well, you use actors perhaps.
Yes, but I like actors too, because I admire and I like. I'm not an actor, and I wouldn't like to act, and I'm always amazed why is he acting. Why is he saying lines which doesn't belong to him? I mean, if somebody is saying to me, you would say that, I say, no, I don't want to. But an actor, he say, yes, I'll be glad to do it. So I'm always amazed about that.
Ce que la mort de Staline nous a rendu, c'est le droit de faire le compte exact de ce que nous possédons, d'appeler par leur nom et notre richesse et notre dénuement, de penser et poser à haute voix nos problèmes.
I found a great deal of humor in your point of view toward the five characters, especially when they would give their speeches to each other. The camera is outside the room, waving back and forth. I began to sense a kind of absurdity in their own fanaticism. Now, am I?
Well, that's your opinion, but I think it's no, you are. It's wrong. I don't see. No.
De quelque façon qu'on retourne les choses, sur le chemin du socialisme, on rencontre toujours la révolution. Alors ta question laisse voir en arrière-plan une idée fausse. D'où viennent les idées justes? Alors, d'où viennent les idées justes? Alors...
Elles tombent du ciel?
Was that picture made from a shooting script?
It depends what you call a shooting script. I shot some sequence after sequence without knowing in which order I will edit them later on.
That seems to me surprising, that the final shape of the film is largely determined by the montage.
Yes.
Et puis, la lutte des classes. Certaines classes sont victorieuses, d'autres sont éliminées. Cela, c'est l'histoire des civilisations depuis des millénaires.
Mais est-ce que la lutte des classes disparaîtra sous la dictature du prolétariat?
Non. Dans son discours devant le Congrès des ouvriers de transport de Russie le 29 mars 1921, Lénine a bien montré que la lutte des classes ne disparaît pas sous la dictature du prolétariat, mais qu'elle revêt seulement d'autres formes. Par exemple, comme ça,
I jumped from one shot to another, but from a logical point of view, not from a graphic point of view, but from a meaning point of view.
Projetez vos illusions et préparez-vous à la lutte. Ce monde est autant le vôtre que le nôtre. C'est en vous que réside l'espoir. Travailler, c'est lutter. Et votre attitude doit consister à rechercher la vérité dans les faits.